Welcome to Focus Garage. This is the second part of Sync 3 update on my Focus ST or anyone else that has my 4Touch Sync 2 that wants to update it to Sync 3. This is pretty straightforward. However, I'm going to be demonstrating on a Focus ST with the ST3 package and a 15 and up. So if you have a 2015 and up Focus or Focus ST, this will be the way to do it. And there's not much video out there. There's one that it's like horizontally recorded, which is really awful. So hopefully this will help you guys do other stuff like shifter bushings too, because I'll be removing the shifter as well. So let's get going and then show you guys step by step what you need to do. The basic tools you need is the this over here to pry on the interior parts, so you don't use a screwdriver to mark it. This is a very like soft plastic. I mean, it's not that soft, but it won't damage your panels. And then the torque screw, I believe it's a T20. Let me see. It's kind of rusty, but it is a T25. Doesn't focus, but yeah, it's a T25. So those are the only parts that you need to remove the interior of the Focus. So let's get going. To be able to remove anything, we got to start off with this trim right here. Goes down and then goes back up here. So I'll show you guys how to remove it. It's pretty easy to remove this trim piece. You just gotta pop it in there and then just pull it out. So you just pop it and then pull it towards yourself, and that gets. So after removing that, you remove this piece right here, so you can remove this. So just put it right here and then pull it towards yourself. I'll close that one. So after you remove that piece, the one over here, you're going to remove this right here to be able to get this entire trim out. So you put your tool over here and then you just pry it off and then it comes off. So that's done. We need to remove this section right here. So this entire thing is one unit right here. To be able to do that, first we gotta remove this torque screw right here. So we're gonna use our torque bit to remove that. So after you remove that screw, this is like the perfect time to clean it up, around the edges, to like you won't be able to get it with the trim piece in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it from here where the booth is, and then you're gonna just pry it up. So it's kind of hard, but don't pry it too much because you still need to remove it from here on top where I'm gonna show you guys. So you just pop it up. So after that, we're gonna move to removing this piece. To be able to do that, you're just gonna put your trim piece along the edges right here. And then like that. So you did this and it's not coming off. I'm gonna show you guys a trick that how to remove that. For that, you're gonna need a flat screwdriver or something that it's like flat and long enough to fit in there. So you see that area right there in the middle of the screen? It's kind of hard to do it with. So that's a tab. What you need to do is put a screwdriver. Let me focus in there. Okay, it's much better. So what you do is you put the screwdriver in there, and then you kind of pry it off, and then it comes off from there, and then the other part just comes off. So these are the tabs right here. So you just gotta push it in by going in between those, and then just like, and then it comes off. Same over here as well. So next thing we're gonna do is remove these over here, torque 1 and then torque 2. After that, this panel should come out pretty easily. So after you get those torques out, and then remove the cable, torque screws, and then remove this cable right here, what you're gonna do it slowly without blocking the light for you guys. You're gonna do it slowly, and you can see let's put this in neutral. You can kind of remove it, but you gotta remove there are 3 cables that you need to remove. One over here, and then the second one over here at the end, and then the third one is this one right here. So after that, you don't need to remove anything else, just those, so you can get more access to this area right here. So next thing is, there are 2 more torque screws that we need to remove, and then, which are these 2, actually, you can see on the screen. And then we're gonna start popping the center console thing, where the radio and the screen is. So let's get going. So we're gonna start with popping the so we remove all that stuff, and then we're gonna start popping this. There's 2 kind of like, I don't know what they are, but they go in there. So we're just gonna pop these out. You can use a screwdriver, or you can use your handy trim tool remover, and you can just like pop these out. So, and then actually it comes kind of right off. If it doesn't, then what you could do is you could go in here with your trim tool and along the side, or in here along the side, to kind of like work it and then pop it out. So I'm gonna show you guys what are the things that you need to remove, which one of them is the hazard light, which is really hard to remove if you don't know what you're doing. So let's see if I can get it with one hand. Nope. I'll show you guys what it is. There are 2 wires that you need to remove from the back of it. One of them is the hazard one, which is the hardest one. The trick is, let me focus on this. This thing right here, you gotta press it hard, and then just pop it out. And I think it just sits like this. So it's gonna be on the right hand side to do that. So you can use 2 hand, 1 hand, whatever. Try to get in there and then pop it. The other one is the much easier one, is like at the bottom of the where the I believe the controllers are. This thing right here. So I'll show you guys. So the hazard is right here, right below the screen, you can see, and then the other is right where the controllers are at. So next thing we need to do is remove the screen. We don't need to remove the radio, we're just changing the screen and the APIM. So we have 4 torque screws over here. We're just going to remove those, and then it's just going to pop out. And then of course there's a cable in the back that we need to remove, and I'll show you guys that too. After you wiggle out, there's 2 cable connections that you need to do. This one right here, and then this one. The hardest one is this one right here. Kind of like you gotta figure it out how to do it, but once you do it, it's pretty easy. It's this bad boy right here. So this is like, it sits like this. So you gotta push it on the top right here. Push it down, and then kind of hard to do it with 2 hands. You push it down, and then once you push that down, it releases this handle right here, and then once you do it like this, it just pushes the plug out. So that's it, you removed it. So the next step to install the screen and all that good stuff in there. So let's go back into the bench, and then we just need to sort out some stuff, because this unit I got is not from a Ford Focus, so I have to use the Ford Focus frame where everything attaches to this location right here. So to also screen, you gotta kind of wiggle it out of there. This like the sun visor thing kind of is on the way, so you just gotta wiggle it out, but it comes out. So let's go onto the bench and then swap the hardware. Installing, doing anything, I want to show you guys the part numbers and all that stuff that maybe you can get it at Ford, because so far I couldn't find it that you can get it from Ford. So, and then also maybe like to confirm it from the junkyard that you have the correct part. The first one is this number right here. I will also put it in the description as well. You can see it says assembler in Mexico, and then starts with a CL whatever, and then goes down at the bottom. There's another one that starts with a 8J, 5T as a Tom, and then goes like that. And then there's another, is there another part number? Nope. Oh, no, those are the only two part numbers on it. So this is for the APIM. And then let's look at the screen. Screen has a couple of, there's a serial number, and I believe that's a part number right here. Actually, it says part number on it. So you can see part number, it starts with a G as a George, and then continues. So also when you're looking at screens, you want to make sure that it's at the end, it either says SB or SA. So that was the only way for me to find that it's Sync 3 unit, actually SA or SB for the escape. So other than that, I believe that's all it is. So we're gonna connect these two together, and then I have the GPS unit over there. So let's start putting those together and put it in the car. So I have everything ready to go into the car. Just a small tip, these are T8 Torx. So if you want to remove these, you need to remove these to swap these, like these brackets to this unit. It's a T8, and I have the screen connected. I have my GPS connected as well. That's gonna go behind the dash. So because this unit uses a different GPS unit than that one. So make sure all your stuff is all in the correct orientation. So when you put it in your car, it's not upside down or something like that. So let's go back into the car and start installing this, and just reverse everything we have done to uninstall it to install it back in. So everything is installed and it's working fine. I can you have the GPS over here, navigation works, no phone is connected, radio is working fine. I can go through the sources and then pick whatever I want. Settings works, everything works. I'm gonna try the Android Auto as well, and then I go to apps. I can download apps, whatever. So most of the stuff works except rear view camera. I just need to flash it for that. See, I go into reverse, kind of does something, but it's like, yeah. So I just need to tell the car that it has a rear view camera. So yeah, and that would be the part 3. So you make sure you install everything correctly and everything goes well, and it is plastic and there are trims. They're not really sturdy, so just take your time to do it. But yeah, that's how you install the Sync 3 system. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. I have, done this a couple of times now. I did a test one, and I did this, and then I believe I removed it when I was doing my shifter stuff. So message us on Facebook or comment below, and if you found a part, and make sure that if it's a Sync 3 system, and does it have a navigation and all that, because if it doesn't have a navigation, then it's not going to have a navigation. So you gotta make sure that it has a navigation. So yeah, kudos to all. Thanks for watching.